Hey guys, what is up? It is Castle Perfect here bringing you another match. RU match this time once again. I'm loving the RU tier, and this battle is actually against Tony1994, I believe. Yeah, that's his name. I found him on the battle forums or on the Smoke on Battle Finder actually, and we had this battle. So no team preview because I felt like it. So actually I'm going to start out with my Oma Star. I have the type disadvantage, so I'm actually going to switch into Underdog. He goes for the fold switch and brings out his Sand Slash. I see the Stealth Rocks coming from like a mile away, so I basically switch out into my Oath to set up my Stealth Rocks as well. Because that's actually basic strategy, because in the 5th generation if you don't play with Stealth Rocks you're pretty much fucked up, because that's like 50% of the game that can possibly be yours if you use Stealth Rocks. But he has a Slow King out, and I decided to stay in to go for the Toxic. Somehow he double switches into his Magnetric. I don't really see the point there. I mean, I was supposed to be scared of Scold or something like that, but I was not. So yeah, that didn't really work out in his favor. He's actually gonna go for the Hidden Power. At first glance I thought it was actually Ghost, but it is actually Dark. So he told me on the chat that he actually messed up the IVs, so that's why he has a 70 base power, Hidden Power, Dark. And it actually works out in his favor in this match, because it is actually super effective against my Underdog and also Ducksnore. So that is actually fucked up. It's pretty fucked up for me. So anyways, I am actually going to go for the rest to recover my full HP, because I'm gonna be needing Underdog for later on in this game. If I don't actually reserve or preserve my Underdog for later on in this game, I will be having a lot of trouble, because it is the only Pokemon that can actually recover its HP to full actually, without having any problem with it. So it's actually funny, at this point of the game he actually goes for the Toxic twice, misses twice. As soon as I enter with my Violation, I go for the Will-O-Wisp, and I did not actually even missed once, and I believe that Will-O-Wisp and Toxic have almost the same accuracy if I'm not mistaken. Well, I think that Will-O-Wisp, if it's not the same accuracy, it's a little bit better, but it is definitely funny to see him miss 2 times, and on the 3rd try he actually gets the poison on my Violation, and I also ended up getting the burn on his Sand Slash. Now we're actually gonna double switch here into Underdog and his Clefable. We are actually sending out our both walls, or actually healers, and it is kind of funny to see that we actually thought of the same thing. I go for the Heal Bell and he goes for the Heal Bell as well to get rid of the burn, and I actually went for the Heal Bell to get rid of the poison that he actually got on my Violation. So it's kind of funny, because two great minds think alike, that's what they say. So I actually go for the knockoff and knock off its leftovers, which is awesome, because right now that thing doesn't have any automatic recovery anything, so that's good. So I'm actually going to switch out into Violation, anticipating another Seismic Toss, but he doesnent go for it, so he actually goes for the Wish. He's actually gonna pass his Wish to his Entei, which also, it's fine by me. I did not anticipate the Entei to be coming this soon, because we actually double switch here. I go out into my Sniper, but that is alright, because even though I have the type disadvantage, can always go back to my Oath, which is like 4 times resisted to a Flare Blitz from that Entei, and having Red Card as my health item is going to allow me to force him out, and that is awesome, because right now it brings out his Magnetric, and it actually gets a little bit of Stealth Rock damage there, which is awesome. So I'm actually going to switch out into my Underdog, and I have less than 50% HP left. So after this Thunderbolt, I'm pretty sure that a Hidden Power Dark or another Thunderbolt will be able to take me down. That's why I'm not going to stay in here. I'm actually going to switch into my Sniper. He goes for the Hidden Power Dark, which is obviously super effective, and it would have done more damage than Thunderbolt. Somehow it manages to pull a critical hit on my Sniper, which in the end did not really matter, because it actually works out in my favor, because my growth ability gets activated. I go for the Swords Dance to get a +2 attack, and Leaf Blade is gonna get a attack boost, or actually a boost from Grass Gem, which is gonna give it 50% more base power. So that actually makes my Skepta quite a powerful foe right now. So even though I got a critical hit, it didn't really matter, because he would have gone down anyway. So now that he's out of the way, he's gonna bring out his Entei, and I'm anticipating the extreme speed here. And there is something weird that happened at this point here. If any one of you guys can actually explain this to me, why did not Red Card activate it at this point? Why did Red Card not force that Entei out? He basically switched out on his own. So I don't really get what happened there. So if any one of you can actually explain me that, it would be awesome. So I actually go for the hidden power ground here, trying to kill the Entei. In case he goes out into his Slow King, I would have done more damage with the hidden power ground, other than like a Surf. So that's why I actually decided to go for the hidden power ground. Unfortunately, he brings out his Sand Slash. Had I gone for the Surf, I would have taken down that thing in one shot. So he actually goes for the Earthquake, which was obviously anticipated. So I go out into my Violation. And once again, we have the awesome face-off here between Violation and Sand Slash. This time it gets the poison on me without missing. But unfortunately for him, he does not have enough HP to leave a Nightshade. So I take down his Sand Slash. That is awesome. So right now he's going to bring out his Tangrowth, which obviously is one of the biggest defensive walls in the entire game. He's gonna knock off my leftovers, which is kind of a problem right now because since I am poisoned, there is this residual damage going on, and without the leftovers recovery, I'm actually going to be dying a lot faster than usual. And on top of everything, he's going to go for the lead seed, so me staying in right now is not really going to be that smart, but I'm definitely wanting to go for a Will-O-Wisp to burn that thing so that in case it has Power Whip or something like that, it doesn't do that much damage to any of my other Pokemons on my team. So that is actually why I went for the Will-O-Wisp there and stayed in for one more turn. So I'm actually going to switch out right now into my Sniper, basically as Death Fodder, because I know a Sniper won't be able to actually survive anything from this guy. I should have gone to something else like Underdog and like sacrifice my Underdog instead of my Sniper, because Sniper would have been able to leave one Stealth Rocks and basically go for Acrobatic or Leaf Blade to whatever was on his team. So I'm actually going to go out into my Eternity, aka my Entei. The reason being for why I did not went for the Flare Blitz was because I was actually anticipating a switch into Slowking. Somehow he decided to stay in and goes for the knockoff, knocks off my item, which totally sucks. But right now I'm like, okay, if you're gonna stay in, then so be it. I'm actually going to go for the Flare Blitz, and this time he actually pulls the switch. So he basically anticipated me, or he actually over-predicted me, and that was a really good move on his part. So now that he's Ultra version 3, I somehow that name actually reminds me of the name of one of the Pokemons that Xenon once used against me. So it is actually, I think that name is from Xenon 3120, but I might be wrong. So anyways, I actually switch out into my Underdog just to take the hit as Death Fodder once again. Right now I'm going to bring out my Violation, and I am basically going to go for the Pain Split. It is quite anticipated right now from his side. It is pretty predictable, but really I just don't want to like over-predict once again, because last time that I did that, like he totally took me by surprise and over-predicted me. So I'm just going to go for the safe Pain Split. Unfortunately, that was not the smartest move, because right now he's going to bring out his Magnetric, which doesn't have that much HP, so I basically did not recover that much HP, and he's going to be able to take me down with a Hidden Power Dark. So down goes my Violation as I bring out my Eternity right now. And at this point, he's basically reading me like a buck. He knew that I was going to go for Extreme Speed, but whatever was the case at this point, I didn't really care that much, because there is only one move that will lower my HP at this point, and that's Flare Blitz. And that is exactly what I go for, I believe, on this turn once again. I know he predicted me pretty well once again. It goes back into Slowking. This is a very heated up match, and this guy knows how to predict, and I'm still loving it. I'm in a very bad situation, and it was funny, guys, because at this exact moment when I was playing this guy, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I get a critical hit with my Stone Edge? And guess what? Guess what, guys? I actually get a critical hit on that Slowking, and that was so funny. He was so mad. It would have been funny to see you guys see his reaction, but whatever the case, his Slowking goes down. I go for the Flare Blitz, finish off his Tangrowth as well, so that is totally awesome, because Eternity actually manages to do something in this game, takes down 2 Pokemons, and he's going to bring out his Magnetric, which is also fine by me, because right now, what I actually switched into, which aka my Oath, was not really that smart. I should have sent out something else, aka like my Agony, and so this was the decisive moment of the entire game, because I mean, my opponent right here, he actually went for the Flamethrower, hoping for the burn, which did not happen, so I actually pulled a Rock Polish and become faster than whatever was left on his team. So basically his Entei and his Magnetric are both going to die to the Earthquake. But I was also thinking, you know, Thunderbolt would have done more damage, let's be real, and there is a slight chance of him getting maybe a paralyzation, which would render my Rock Polish completely useless. So in the end, I totally believe that going for the Flamethrower was the worst move, other than going for the Thunderbolt. I think the Thunderbolt would have been the better choice, but hey, who am I to judge? definitely good game. He was a very good player. Comment, rate, and subscribe, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll definitely see you guys in my next video. So everybody, take care. Talk to you guys later.